Here we go.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us for this half hour of action-packed information today. We're so excited that you're all here. Thank you all so much for filling out that poll. We really respect what you did, and what you're going to hear from us over the next couple of weeks is a training that wraps around what you wanted from us as a team. So tonight, we're starting because we're in the beginning of the plan. We're starting with a topic that we think will help everyone, which is creating consultants. Loryn has mastered this. She embraced the training that she saw and took it on and has really rocked it. I just want to tell you real fast about Loryn because she's experienced the obstacles that so many of us. Whoa, somebody needs to mute their background.
Hey, you guys, we're recording this, so to get the cleanest possible recording, can you please mute?
Everyone? Thank you. Okay, so Loryn has experienced all the obstacles that we all have on the way to success. She worked in the corporate world. She was let down by the corporate world. She went from Park Avenue to unemployment lines. She opened her own business. She's had the challenges of having her own business. She's felt that disappointment from the corporate world. So when she saw Isagenix and the network marketing profession, she took it by storm. And what I love so much about what Loryn has done in her journey is she's gone to every training, every event. She's embraced it all. She's taken it in. She's learned it and mastered it. And I so respect that about you, Loryn. And this is the training that she's bringing to you tonight. It's just another example. She's gone out there. She's learned it. She's mastered it. She's applied it to her business. And she's achieved success with it. So what you're going to hear tonight is not only her learning, but her application and her success with it. So you're really blessed to get this training. It's going to amplify what you've already heard. So Loryn, we're so pleased to have you share this with us tonight. First in our series, we launched this training with Loryn. I'm going to turn it over to you, girl. Thank you so much for all you do.
Thank you so much for that amazing introduction. And you guys, I'm so happy that you are all here and plugging into this training. And Lynn, you so eloquently stated, like, this didn't just happen overnight. But I will tell you, me creating consultants started with my very first event. And it was getting to the event and it was taking notes. Copious amounts of notes in every notebook, every single event, and just plugging in, because when you go to events, you hear from so many different trainers, and what resonates with me might resonate a little bit differently with somebody else, but you're taking notes. And I just, over the past 3 years, I've just been a sponge. And not just being a sponge, though, I will tell you, creating consultants, it's about taking action and having the conversations that you don't want to be having and that you're uncomfortable having. Every single person that you come in contact with, and I was on the Maui call the other day, and the leaders were saying, anybody that comes within a 3-foot radius of me needs to know that I might be able to help them. And it's all about putting others first. So it's not just hearing it. You have to go through the action of getting the marbles in your mouth and like, oh, did I say the right thing or the wrong thing? You have to do that. You can't step around it, over it, under it. You have to step through it. So with that being said, plug into events, plug into podcasts, and most importantly, plug into the other person. It is not about you. If you're feeling uncomfortable, you're making it about you. Put them first. And it's about creating relationships. I meet people every single day. Am I spewing Isagenix? No. If they're a cool person, I'm like, you're awesome. Are you on Facebook? Ding. They're in my Facebook group, and I create a relationship. So that is how it starts. It's not like, getting weird and Isagenix, creating a relationship. So when I know we're focusing on creating consultants tonight, and there's going to be more training about the product presentation, but I can't see everyone on the call, but I hope everyone took the 20 minutes and listened to the homework assignment that I'd given them. Can I have a raise of hands of those who did? Awesome. Because that's what I did. And when I listened to that recording, I listened to a sentence and I paused and I wrote down the sentence. I listened to it, I wrote it down, and that became my script. And it's not a script, it's something that I just looked at. I had that in front of me in every single one of my phone calls, you guys. So be on the training calls, practice it, stay plugged in, and be okay with not being perfect. Creating consultants, like, every step that you go through right now, you guys, you're growing into the leader that you need to be, so that when all these consultants start coming your way, you're ready for them. Does that make sense? Yay. Okay. So I want everybody, if you don't have a pen and paper, please get it right now. And I want you to write these 3 phrases down, because you're going to hear me repeating them throughout the training tonight. It is my responsibility to present this information to you. It's my responsibility to share this with you. You want to use that, because that's letting that person know that you have their best interest at heart. It's not about you. So it is my responsibility to share this information with you. The second, I'm not here to assume what is or is not going to work for you. I'm here to present the information. Does that sound fair? So I'll say that again. I'm not here to assume what will or will not work for you. I'm here to present you with the information so that you can make the best decision for you. Does that sound fair? And then this one is the phrase that totally, thank you, Zach and Eden Slobin, because curiously, who are 2 people you know who would want to do this with you for sure? Okay? Curiously, who are 2 people you know who would want to do this with you for sure? Now, you guys, when I first heard that, because again, I'm going to hone in. I think we have Judge. I think you got your volume on, Judge. I think we need you to mute. So when I first heard that phrase from Zach and Eden, I wrote it on a Post-it note. I wrote it in my notebook. I put it on my bathroom wall. When I was driving the car, I read the Post-it note, and I recited it until it became my language, not Zach's language, but it had my own vocal inflections on it. So just think of that. You have to practice, you guys. It's not that you create consultants like, it takes practice, it takes work, it takes the language. So I want to invite the amazing Nicole Smith, who is a perfect example of what keeping the consistent and going through the daily, going through the grind and the daily action of having the consistent conversations. Because just last night, you guys, 4 months ago, Nicole was so frustrated. Honest, this is transparent, this is truth. She was frustrated. Last spring, she had conversations. 3 people joined her organization yesterday. So keep planting those seeds. So Nicole, are you there, girl?
I'm here.
Yay! Okay, thank you so much for doing this with me and for stepping into, your ongoing leadership. You're doing such an amazing job, and I'm so proud of you. So what we're going to do, and you're going to hear Nicole and I go through the script similarly. So you're going to hear me saying a lot of the same verbiage, but I did that for a reason, because it's really important to get this in, into your minds here. So Nicole, you and I, so you're going to be the customer right now. You're going to be the wishy-washy person. Not really. Okay. So be that person. And because we all get them. So we've already gone through the pack presentation, right? The 2-minute pack presentation that we go through. And then I say, okay, Nicole, which pack is feeling like it's the best fit for you?
The Pace Setter pack, because I need a blender.
Oh, awesome. That is such a great pack to come in on. So curiously, Nicole, who are 2 people that you know would want to do this with you for sure?
I don't really know anyone.
Okay, well, that's fair, Nicole. And the reason I want you to understand that the reason I ask is because Isagenix, they don't spend any money on advertising. What they do is they actually reward their customers for the referrals. So if you have 2 friends that would get started with Isagenix the way that you did, you could receive up to $370 back right away. How awesome is that?
That's nice.
Okay, so I appreciate where you are, Nicole, and I just want you to understand that it's my responsibility to make sure that you understand what is available to you. Because if I don't present this to you 3 months down the road, you might come a knocking on my door and saying, Loryn, I didn't know that I could have earned money. So thank you for letting me like go through this exercise with you. Okay. So I want to ask you a question. If you're 5 days into the system, Nicole, when you're feeling incredible, might we have another conversation about sharing this with a few of your friends?
Maybe. I don't know. I'll think about it.
Okay. So as I said, so you guys, so it's a fluid conversation. So I'm going to call Nicole then on day 5. I've already been talking with her. I don't leave her and just call her on day 5. I've been walking with her arm in arm for her first 5-day experience. So Nicole, ding, 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 ding. How are you feeling, girlfriend?
I'm feeling good.
Like, what are you noticing now that you weren't noticing before?
I feel a change in my energy. I'm more awake through my days, and I can actually sleep through the night, which has not happened in a long time.
Yay! Can you believe that? Like 5 days ago when you and Haya had this conversation, do you remember that, like, what you told me you felt like before Isogenics?
Yeah, I was always really sluggish, and I needed my afternoon naps daily, but I've actually have not had an afternoon nap since I've started, so that's been really cool.
Wow, look at how far you've come after just 5 days. So can you think, like, Nicole, you know how you were feeling before. Obviously, are there a few people in your world who you know might be feeling the way that you were just not even 5 or 6 days ago?
Yeah, maybe I can think of some people.
Okay. So again, we talked about this before, and I just want to make sure that you understand. So can I paint a picture for you? Will you run through a little exercise with me?
Sure.
Okay, thank you so much. So Nicole, just pause for a moment and think. In the last 30 days, how many times has someone paid a compliment to you, or you paid a compliment to someone else?
It's happened a couple of times. One just happened yesterday. I was complimented.
Oh, that's so cool. We have really great taste, so I'm not surprised. So someone complimented your shirt that you were wearing, a cute top, because I know you wear cute tops, right?
Yeah.
So let's just say, if I may, I'm just going to say that you told them, oh my gosh, I got this at Macy's, right? So your friend paid a compliment to you. You love the top, and you're like, oh my God, I got it at Macy's. Your friend goes to Macy's, buys that exact same top, and I want you to think, you did the work for Macy's. You were wearing the product, you looked good, you shared the information. That person went and bought that same top. Did you get any sort of thank you from Macy's for sharing that top with them?
No. Where are you going with this?
Well, that's what the difference with Isogenics is they reward people for their referrals. They have this huge, massive bank account with all this money sitting in it, waiting for people just like you to tap into it and to get their products paid for, and then some. But again, whatever you decide to do is totally fine. It is just my responsibility and my obligation that I share that with you. Is that fair for you? Does that feel fair?
Yeah, no, I appreciate that. That's
cool.
Interesting.
Okay, cool. So Nicole, where should we ship your products? Okay. So that's the conversation that I have with the customer. I do a little bit differently than Zach and Eden because I just want, I hope it felt, for everyone that I'm not talking at you. It's just like, you just need to understand because it's my responsibility. So now, Nicole, you're going to be the raving fan. Okay. So we've already gone through the pack options. You've told me that you wanted maybe, let's just say the value pack. Okay.
Yep.
So curiously, Nicole, who are 2 people that would want to do this with you for sure?
I just really want to try this for myself first.
Okay. Well, the reason I ask is because it's important for you to understand that Isogenics, they don't spend any money on advertising. You're never going to see them out there. But instead, they reward their customers for their referrals. So can you think of, top of your head, just walk through this exercise with me. 2 people who are struggling with a little bit of energy or weight loss or would love some weight loss.
My sister and my mom.
Okay. So let's just say you helped your sister and your mom get started with the same pack that you did. Do you know that you could earn $370 back right away? How awesome is that?
That's a lot of money. Okay.
Yeah. See, it's pretty exciting. So just think about the last 30 days, Nicole, how many times you paid a compliment or received a compliment from someone else, right?
Yeah.
Think of a few instances.
I was complimented the other day for my shirt.
Okay. So that person, if they go to Macy's, they buy that shirt, they go to, they buy the shirt from Macy's. Macy's doesn't give you like a thank you, right? You're not getting a $20 or $80 bonus, God forbid, like in the mail from Macy's, right? But that's
Right.
what Isagenix will do for you is when you share these amazing products, you get rewarded for it. So you're not doing anything differently than what you normally do every single day. The difference with Isagenix is they just say thank you.
That sounds nice. Okay.
Yeah. So where would you like your product ship, Nicole? So then end scene. So I hope you guys are kind of getting the flow. I'm painting the picture, planting the seed, and and so if the conversation may continue with Nicole, she might have a few more questions. On day 5. So I'm still going to revisit with Nicole on day 5. So Nicole, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling really good. I definitely feel this change in my energy. I'm loving this.
Yay. So Nicole, do you think you've got a couple Facebook friends who might want to be feeling the same way as you are right now?
Oh, definitely.
Like having looser fitting clothes?
Definitely. I have some friends that would need this.
Yes. Okay. So what I'm going to do for you, Nicole, is I'm going to write a Facebook post for you. You don't even have to do anything. I'm going to send that to you. And then what we're going to do is we're going to have like a Facebook posting party. Does that sound fun? You might be like,
cool.
What is that? Well, I'm just going to be with you when you do your first post. And we're going to be locked arms. People are going to, we're going to put your post up. When people start responding, whether it's through comment or liking, we're going to make sure that we address every single person, because the people who are liking and commenting are most likely people who are looking for a solution, and we have it. So does posting tomorrow between 8 and 9 work for you, or would Monday between 8 and 9 work for you?
Tomorrow at 8 works.
Okay, perfect. Yeah. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to send you a post between today and tomorrow. We're going to get a photo together, and then just get your jammies on and get ready for a posting party, okay?
Sounds good.
Awesome. Okay, guys. So now it's really end scene, because that conversation is usually what happens with the raving fan. And now we're going to go right to the business partner, the people who just love the idea of making money. And it's really cool when you do come across people like that, but you can't come across people like that if you don't present the information. So Nicole, you like the idea of money, okay?
I do.
Okay, so Nicole, you decided that you wanted to get started with that value pack. Curiously, who are 2 people you know who would want to do this with you for sure?
My sister and my mom would like to. We could do this.
Awesome. So that's fantastic, and I love it when families do Isagenix together. The reason I ask is because Isagenix doesn't pay any money in advertising, and instead they reward their customers, you, for your product referrals. So when you get your mom and Colleen started with the same pack as you did, you would earn $370 back right away. How awesome is that?
That's a lot of money. I can use that.
Yay! So if we could turn you on to a copy and paste, very simple script that you don't even have to write yourself, you could post on Facebook, and we can teach you what to say and how to get people started. Is that something you would like to learn more about?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. So I'm so excited that you said that, Nicole, because it's really cool, because there's so much ahead for you. But let me ask you a question, Nicole. How much additional income would make a radical difference in your life right now?
Like another 1,000 a month would be great.
Oh, 1,000?
Yeah.
What would you do with that additional $1,000?
Help pay off some bills and student loans, and probably it would help a little bit of traveling. Ooh. I like to travel. So.
Ooh.
More money, the better for traveling.
So where would you travel to, if I may ask?
The dream goal is to travel to Africa. That's the goal.
Oh my gosh. So is like one of those like safaris on your list where you're like actually camping in tents and sleeping with the lions around you?
Oh, well, maybe not the lions around me, but definitely going on a safari.
Oh my gosh.
Elephants for sure. That's my big dream, is to see elephants in Africa.
And who would you take with you if you were going, like when you went on this dream vacation?
I take my fiance or friends of mine that I know that would be interested, that are obsessed with elephants.
You have friends that are obsessed with elephants. We're going to have another conversation about that. So that's what I want you to focus on, because what I'm going to do, Nicole, is I'm going to send you a video that's going to explain really how this whole thing works. But between you and I, this is so much more than just shakes. This is really something that you can do something with, such as paying off those bills, paying off those student loans, going on this safari and taking not just your fiance and one friend, but quite a few of them. Does that sound fun?
Yeah, that's what I need.
So it just comes down to, Nicole, is you sharing something that you already know works with people that are looking for you and that are praying for the same solutions that you were looking for the day you and I connected. Isn't that exciting?
Yeah, that's definitely really cool. I've never known about this.
Awesome. So scene. So then I like that, Nicole, scene. So those are the conversations that I have. I make sure that I always plant the seeds. And then we have, I still continue down, we're running short on time. So I still go down the Facebook script. We still have a posting party. I have everybody that's on FaceTime, they're on FaceTime, and we do the posting party together. So it's just like us having this Zoom conversation right now with this new person who's starting to share, and we get to bond and share in that excitement together, knowing that we are impacting so many other people's lives. How's that?
That was fantastic. Thank you. I love so many things here, because really this process identifies if you have a customer, if you have a raving fan, or if you have someone that's going to be a partner. And that's huge, because just through that easy think about them conversation, you can move to a place where you understand where they're coming from. So you know how to proceed forward with them. I love that you're painting a picture for them of what is possible, because people have forgotten how to dream. And to have it put in front of them, you're repeating their words back to them, which is so highly effective, Loryn. And you're stepping into the dream with them, which is it's such an important thing for us to do. And that is really, truly listening to what the other person is saying. And when you do that, it becomes so fun. It's not, oh my gosh, how am I going to create a consultant? It's how can I take someone on a journey that can change their lives the way it did for me. And that is what's so beautiful. So the girl who had lost hope in New York City, who went through all that stress, the girl that came back and formed her own business, and you found an answer in network marketing, you have that opportunity to bring that to someone every day, as we all do. And that's the magic of our business. So thank you for that great sharing. And
Thank you.
You did such an amazing job. You and Nicole, thank you so much, Nicole.
And I just want, I'm going to encourage everybody. I have these scripts written down. Okay. I couldn't give them to you, but I want to invite you to do the work for yourself, because me just giving you a script, you're not going to, if you write down, you play that video, pause it, every sentence, write it down. You're not just engaging, you're not just utilizing your ears. You're inviting so many of your senses. You're feeling of the pen in your hand. You're hearing it. You're seeing it. You're captivating so many more of your senses, so that when you are having conversations with people, it's going to be more emotional. We remember things that are emotional. We don't remember things that are just kind of bleh. So I invite you to do that, and do that for yourselves. And, maybe if you want to handwrite it out, maybe this just came to me. So if you want to email it to me, like just to prove to me that you took that seriously, I'll send you these scripts that I've used so that it, I don't know, just a little thought.
It's really powerful, Loryn. And I did the same thing. I wrote the script out and I have it on the wall in front of me so that it's more than just something you print it out and you save in a file. It becomes so much more real when you engage in the process. And then the other thing I would say is I would strongly encourage everyone to practice this.
Yes, 1,000%.
Grab a husband,
I know what I'm in for the next
grab
couple
a
days.
teammate and just practice it over and over again until you own it. This is a business that will set you free, but you have to do the work to get there. These skills are simple and they're so much fun when you own them, but you've got to take the time to master them. And Loryn, you have done that so beautifully. And thank you so much for sharing with all of us tonight. You're amazing.
Thank you. Oh, Nicole has something.
I just want to add in, as we were practicing, my own experience, I get those customers, the responses of, I don't know anyone, I just want to do this by myself all the time. But what Loryn was going back to, that day 5, that is such a critical time to go back and revisit that conversation, because that's changed some of the people I've been coaching and getting them into being interested, at least for Facebook posting or something like that. That day 5 is really critical to remember to go back to that, because I get the answer all the time. I don't know anyone. I just want to do this by myself.
Well, that's, you know what? It's amazing, Nicole. And that's like being intentional and knowing that there's a schedule when they're going to light up. And when that happens, to be extremely focused on that moment and to be intentional once you get there. It's such a big thing to have that conversation on day 5, day 8, depending on where they are in their journey. And it makes a big difference, because at that moment, that's when they feel the light going on. And that's the best time to talk to them about this.
Right. And there's been times it's not until the end of the month that then they really have more of a light bulb moment. So it might pass their 30 days, then they have it again. Just keep having that revisit again. Who do you know would love to feel this way? Because it just, don't think about it the first conversation on that first phone call getting their package. You got to remember to revisit it over and over again with them, because it might not happen till the second month. That might be their light bulb. And that's what I'm learning. And I was so doubting it in the beginning, and now it's finally coming back to me. But yeah, I just want to take note, like that day 5 or day 30, something, remember to revisit it.
When they have that moment where everything changes.
Right.
For them. And that's being in touch with your, with your cleansers, with your people that are having this product experience. Stay close to them, help them through the journey, and then help them see the way into the future. So thank you, Nicole, so much. Thank you, Loryn. That was a great call. It's the beginning of our series, but a great way to launch for the two of you. Thank you so much. Everybody jump onto ISO Warrior Challenge right now. And I love you guys. Take care.